Hey, hey, hey. Hello. Welcome to my page. And if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Welcome back. Listen, today, okay, you know what we've been doing? We've been airing out the laundry of all the myths in our mind, anything that would hold us hostage from stepping into the experience of the new earth and our experience of true abundance and freedom. So I want you to get all ready because tonight we're talking about the game of life. Okay, how do you win the game? What is the real point of it all? Okay, have we been missing the mark? And what does that even mean? Okay, so it is time to have some fun. And what we're going to do before, and this is the thing, as we go through this process, I like to, as a CEO looks at its entire company, the corporation, and determine what links need to be fixed within the corporation so that your corporation can go into the experience of ROI on 10. Okay. So one of the things that life has offered us is the opportunity to experience it however we want to. And I am thanking the divine source energy for the presence, the ambiance in this video. This is very, very important. And I also want to say that this is warning, trigger warning, because there are going to be some things that we're going to discuss today that I know some of you are going to be like, what? No, she didn't just say that. Yes, she did. She said all that in a bag of chips. So take what resonate, and leave what doesn't. However, I will tell you that what doesn't, you need to go back to the drawing board. And that means you need to go deeper, deeper, deeper. Okay, so the thing is, we've been so misguided in terms of what love is, the truth of God, etc. We're not going there. We're going to talk about the game of life. We're going to talk about the new chiefs in town. We're going to talk about those things that we have completely misunderstood. And as a result of our misunderstanding, we have deliberately blocked out valuable information and resources because of indoctrinations that were established from the beginning for the benefit of the organizer. Okay, so now that we're in this new era, welcome 2025, and welcome to the new era of elevator up. Okay, most people are now at least on floor 5. That's 3D, no more. Now in the 5D, if you don't know what that means. If you don't, look it up. Study to show thyself approved. That's what we're doing. Okay? So, in this game of life, as you know, is the author of the new happiness collection, which includes Convos with God. Make it make sense, please. There are some things that have been revealed to me in that line of work as a result of being in the hermit, completely shut off from the world to be with the divine source energy. Amazing. A romantic excursion. We'll talk about that later. And in this experience, one of the things that Divine started off telling me was I created the game of life, and it was meant to be fun. And on that particular day, which was the first day where we started this dialogue, and it was I was guided to actually document it, to actually write it down, because I've been talking to God more than man my entire life. Okay? So when the spirit said that to me, that I created the game of life and it was meant to be fun, it rang a little different that day. I'm thinking, life's not fun, buddy. Life's been lifing on a sister for a while now, right? So anyhow, and of course, a lot of those things that life is lifing on is some things that we have caused ourselves. And that is not to say that it's our fault. We'll talk about that later too. Stay tuned. So anyways, we're talking about the game. All my life, not I had to fight, but all my life, I've always been one who loved cards. Whether it was Uno or mom's little daily bread, she had a little daily bread little thing on the desk by the TV stand, and I would always look forward to pulling a card out of there. On those cards there were scriptures. I loved the Chinese restaurant, I think, because they would give us a cookie at the end, and then I would be able to open it. I could not wait to open the cookie so that I could find out what was in there. What did it say? I would ask other people who did not have the cookie, who decided, they were just going, are you going to leave that there? I'm thinking, how could you leave that valuable piece there? Not the cookie, but what was inside. You feel me? That's a message for somebody. Y'all better listen. Pay attention. So I really, really have always enjoyed pulling cards, whether it was a card or it was later, after reading the Bible when I was a little girl, between the ages of 11 and 12, and I'm reminded of the time that I was 11 and I stood in my hallway at 2908 Virginia Park in Detroit, Michigan, and I said that I wanted God to grant me love like God. I want to be just like you. Help me to love and forgive like you, God. That's all I wanted at the time, right? Well, God did. Sometimes in life I said, what the hell did I ask that for? But anyways, so during that time I read the Bible. Later on, I remember wanting to really, I would ask, where do I turn? Where do I turn on the scripture? God, guide me to a scripture. What scripture is it for me? I'd pick up a book and where do I go? Wherever the page ends up, that's where I'm going to read. I paid attention to synchronicities. Now, on to the lecture at hand. When I think about some of the things that we have been taught to avoid, good music, the way we present ourselves in public, etc. But talking about the messages that we receive, we have been pretty much geared to the idea that the messages that we receive are to come from the pulpit. The pulpit has become you got to pick those like you pick cards. Which one you're going to listen to, which minister you're going to listen to. And the more you grow, the more conscious you become, you find yourself in some sanctuaries where you got to spit out most of everything on the plate and you leave empty, just more empty than you did before, because now you're thinking things in your mind that you should not, that are not the best for your higher self. Your higher self, i.e., is your soul, which is the point of this life. So it's very important for us to understand that paying attention to the signs, the wonders, the synchronicities are all relevant. And we're going to talk about cards. How many of you played Uno? I know I wasn't allowed to go to the movies, but I was allowed to play Uno, but I couldn't play spades as a child because, of course, spades had something else about it, and we weren't allowed to play spades. Spades had numbers all over it, just like Uno, but Uno had colors and spades didn't. I don't know, but it was somehow spade cards were the devil and Uno was acceptable. I could play checkers, but I couldn't, or could we play chess? Chess was not so much accepted in some rooms as it was checkers. Tomato, tomato. I remember getting in trouble because I said shoot. I got in trouble for shoot, but in that moment that I got in trouble for shoot, I remember my aunt was pinching my ear. She would pinch it with her nail, and it was hurting. And I had a smart mouth as a child, and I remember saying, "What's the difference between shoot?" But a vow, I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand what was the difference between the two words. Why was one I'm gonna go to hell if God came in the next moment, and the other one I was cool with? I couldn't understand. Make it make sense, please. That's why Convos with God has the subtitle of Make It Make Sense, please. I mean, I just need to, somebody please help me understand. Okay. So in this experience, as I begin to elevate in my consciousness, and to go to the higher levels in consciousness, I was healing. I was healing through the process of healing from depression, or within that healing. I was within the healing process of depression. And so in that process, there were, I needed guidance. God had to help me. God had to really, really, really help me, guide me to what messages. I was sitting on the couch sometimes and I would say, God, just tell me where to go. And the Spirit would tell me, go to Joel Osteen. At one moment it was TD Jakes, and that's where I was. And I watched this modulation because the more I grew in consciousness, it really steered the guidance that I was given in terms of my message. Okay? Divine will meet you where you are. So I would go through this process. And I remember as I went through the process, it was TD Jakes for a while. It was that consistently, and Sarah Jakes, shout out to both of you. However, then it began where I was in such a space that the harsh tone would get me a certain kind of way because I was dealing in an environment of anger. So it seemed like my soul connected that type message and entity to this that I was healing from. So I had to go into another space. And then it was Joel Osteen, and it was this thou, and God loves you, and God cares. And don't worry about when you gonna stop smoking them cigarettes. Just let it flow. In other words, at the right time, at the perfect time, you'll stop. I needed that. I needed it that way. I needed someone to caress me. All right? What? I don't know why I thought about, I just want to. I don't. Hey, it came to me. There it is. All right. Da, 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 da. Okay, so I just begin to grow. Joel Osteen. And then one day I was enlightened by this one young lady. I'm so not happy right now that I cannot think of her name. Man, I will have to put her, I will not forget to put her in the description, because she was really, really awesome. She had been going through an experience of homelessness. She was with her mother, but she was guided to quit her job. She quit her job. She was, after being homeless, she set on her space. She set, and she would do these shows, and they were simple. She would just get in front of the camera and she'd just let it rip. Well, for me, reared with, my grandmother, I never saw my grandmother in a pair of jeans. Okay. She wore suits all the time. Right. Okay. I was in my 20s wearing scarves around my neck with pearls on. I mean, that's just who I was. And then my career in corporate America started in the offices of Ford Motor Company, not too far after they took the veil down so they could see you and it was okay for you to be black. I'm just saying. So I was very rigid and structured and was Pentecostal. Come on now. All that. Okay. So we have this little young lady, and she's there and she's inspiring me, and I'm really drawn to her. It pops up on my phone. I didn't know to look for anything other than the Joel Osteens and TD Jakes, and I was conscious. I was at that level of consciousness that I had also discovered and have been drawn to Esther Hicks and also Dr. Joe Dispenza, who confirmed things that I have been experiencing and did not realize that there were communities out there of field that had been in alignment with where I was. So that felt really good that I wasn't just in my head, but because what was going on was far beyond what I had been taught, far beyond what I had been taught. So in the state of recovery, coming out of depression, it would be very simple for me to almost say, I must be going berserko, because where is this information coming from? How do I know this stuff? Did it come from me just sitting and meditating, doing the Nam Myoho Renge Kyos? I mean, I don't know. So these things happened, and then life began to guide me as I began to be more willing to receive. I'll meet you where you are. Right? Have you ever had a conversation with somebody that they never listen to what you say? After a while, you stop talking. I can't even talk to you. Or somebody you're trying to give advice to and they never pay attention to the advice that you're giving. After a while, why am I talking? Cast not your pearls upon swine. Shut up. It's over. I don't need to talk to you. Let God deal with you because I can't. Right? I was there. I was there. So, in this space, as I began to grow and know, it became a time when I was instructed to let go of a commitment that I had contracted to. And I was guided to do so. And even though I know that I should do so, it was something inside of me because I was so committed and so for love. So there it was, but the divine began to show me some things. But as a result of some circumstances and events that took place, it caused for me to be under certain spiritual attacks. Thank you, by the way, to all of those out there who were a part of that, because it awakened me to my truth of who I was as a spiritual warrior. Wow. Isn't that funny? My very first book was The Armor of God. I spent time building figures and creating figures that were for the armor of God. It was absolutely amazing, right? Okay, so everything is in alignment. Life is a big old flowchart. And this is a game and it's meant to be fun. And we're going to get there. We're going to have fun while we're doing this. Hey, you know what? Hey, I know we're going into spiritual war, and I am called divinely by God to be the leader of this mission. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to say, I declare today that it's going to be the most peaceful, tearing of down war that we've ever experienced. But it's going to be better than what we think. We're going to get through this, and we're going to get through this in a much more positive way than it would ever be imagined, okay? In the spirit realm and in the flesh. I know, it's like, girl, bye. With what we have to go through, come on now. So listen, the thing is, as I begin to go through these levels, as a result of certain attacks, I remember being in a space where, for example, my body chemistry had changed. I mean, anybody know me know I'm Chanel. I'm Coco Mademoiselle, and depending on the summer, I might be Jessica McClintock. I mean, hey, I love my parfums, okay? We don't do perfumes and toilettes. Or the toilettes, that's not what we do. We do parfums, right? So at some point, there was this moment where I could not shake this particular body odor. After I would shower, I found myself showering, and then sweating, and then doing all kinds. And I buying deodorants and different things, at very expensive deodorants and the most expensive deodorants and all kind of gadgets, and nothing worked. Until one day something popped up on my phone, and the message that popped up on my phone was not a Joel Osteen. It was not someplace I had ever been. It had happened to be a Rita that was talking about God, so I was confused. But then Shavi Zane, shout out to her, spiritual warrior. She's one of the leaders in this experience in the new earth. That's the 144,000. We'll talk about that later. Okay. 144,000 are those who are the leaders. Difference between chosen and called is, as God has confirmed to me so eloquently, when I asked the question, why the difference? The Spirit said, because not everybody is a pioneer. Okay? But there are specific people that have been appointed by God. So anyhow, this person, not Shavi Zane, but Shavi Zane came later, and she came with a lot of knowledge. Another one who, ICBG, who chose to be guided. She was able to give me some things, knowledge that I didn't know about spiritual warfare, to break some things down. I didn't realize the power of the entity energies that the divine told me about, that we have created outside of flesh and blood, that I didn't realize the power of that. It made so much sense in terms of the generational curses and all of this stuff that I was raised to believe. However, to the degree of, if you talk about the terminology, we get so twisted on the terminology. The terminology of, oh, that's witchcraft. But you don't even know what witchcraft is, okay? Do you understand that witchcraft can simply be backbiting? Hello, everybody. Shh, don't say nothing. Don't you say nothing. Witchcraft. As simple as backbiting, as simple as talking about somebody. And if you have not evolved, baby, if you have not gone and done the work, don't you dare put your mouth on somebody you done talked yourself up on some heavy hell of a karma. That's not what you want. So this is what I'm going to say. As the divine began to guide me and teach me and put me in certain rooms where I knew how to pray against something, guess what? My body smell came back. The rashes that, y'all see, listen, my face been like a booty chocolate cream coffee puff, little cream puff since I was a kid. I was born olive skin, turned dark skin in a month. That's the real shit. But it's true. You understand me? My little bald head. That's what I was. Okay? That's how it was. And I'm going to tell you something. When I begin to address that thing, see, entity energies are just like us. We're entity energies. We just happen to have arms and legs. Come on, y'all. When I share with you in another video, we'll talk about that later as things begin to grow, because there are some things that we just have to have a discussion about. This is a discussion that is necessary because I need to get to the point here. So the point here, as we modulate into this process of elevation, the process of understanding where we're going and the realms and rooms that we will sit in, the baton has changed. It is the leaders, the type of spiritual leadership is also changing. But there are also things that we must be aware of in these rooms as well, just as in the church. You got a lot of ministers that are literally doing ministry because it's a 501c3 and they can get paid. Let's keep it real. Stop playing with me. Okay? Because when you can have a church on just about every corner in Detroit, Michigan, and a liquor store next door to it, and it's the crime that it used to be, but there is transformation that is taking place because the seed has been planted for that vision to take place, and it's happening, and it's doing an immaculate job in terms of its transformation. So this too will happen on a world scale level. It certainly will. But there are some things we must understand. So just like that, even as it pertains to the readers, we're going to talk about the readers. I remember giving someone a word not too long ago on my friend Jay King, his show. And I remember the word that came to me was authentic from spirit realm. I'm more connected to the spirit realm than I am in this earthly realm. I came here specifically to bring back order and harmony in the earth. That's who I am. This is an intentional mission. And I'm woke now. So I said what I said. And then when I brought out a card, I think it was a nice card. Let's say something. It wasn't this specifically, but let's just say something like this. Isn't that something? Purple. In case you don't know, we've got the Purple Rain show coming up this weekend. Oh my God, it's going to be so awesome because Prince is in the house, boo boo. Look at that. Honesty and acceptance. Okay. So we were talking about, wow, we're talking about order. But the minute I brought up cards, they start talking about, oh God, that's the witchcraft. That's this, that's that. Come on, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. I can't do it. If you can't go with the flow and energy of a card game, that literally, the objective of cards in the New Earth, it is a form of divination, just like scriptures and books and Bibles and all of that. Those are areas of divination, spirituality that we use. If you cannot understand, okay, all right, Holy Spirit, I'm not gonna, because I don't want to sound like I'm being harsh towards you. Uno, for example. We play the cards. We don't have to put too much thought in it. It is very strict to the rules that they are. We look at the card game, we look at the board game, and we follow the rules that are there, and that's all we do. There's no we don't have to tap into our psyche, tap into the spirit, okay, to pull a Uno card. It's gonna fall. You're gonna, hey, you play the cards you have been dealt. That's the name of the game. Okay, play the cards you've been dealt. Now, what I found is that the spiritual readers and I studied, the Spirit guided me to study some readers so that I can really help in terms of the resources. I got people who are entertaining, some people who focus on like the being able to heal certain attacks and the warfare itself, some who speak on just the highest energy in the room, which most of them do, and you can tell when they are really being spiritually guided, and versus those who are now trying to use divination, that is something that is used as a spiritual tool. People are starting to try to learn it in terms of a process like a Uno game. You know what I'm saying? And they're just pulling cards because the energy is the energy. Energy is everything. So anybody can play in this field. Because of the higher levels of consciousness. Now you hear people talk about, in the past there was the third dimension, and now we're in this fifth dimension. So the dimensions are being influenced to increase as a result of the levels of consciousness and the awakening of humankind. So as we gain more influence in terms of our consciousness, i.e. getting closer to the truth of who we are, then you will find that there is this heightened sense of influence energetically. We are energy. Remember, back in the Bible days, and I love it, back in the Bible days, they talked about Gabriel walking in the room. I mean, come on. I mean, it was no big deal. Hey, Gabriel walked in the room and we all said hello, in other words, the Bible, the Spirit told the angel to do something. The angel Gabriel told this person to do that or that person to do this, and it was no big deal. Well, we got to get it on back, because the idea of who God is, what God's intention for humankind was, we will not play with that. Okay. So those who are choosing to be guided are choosing to live life intentionally, and to live life intentionally means to be about our sources, energy's business intentionally, meaning like you have a vision. You have a vision, you set the vision. What are we learning? If you have a vision, all you have to do is see it and continue to feel it. Not only see it, but you got to feel it. So you see it, feel it, and then be it, and then walk into it. But there is a process. We'll talk about that later. Let's stay focused. So in that whole rim, the idea of that scenario that you create in your mind is the scenario in which we have been created. So you don't go in. What do we also know? That once you put it out there and let it go, that's when it comes to fruition, right? So when you put it out there and you let it go, then it comes to fruition. The more you fiddle and faddle with it, then you're messing it up. You're messing up the flow. Let it flow. Let it flow. Okay? That's what you do. You write something on a sheet of paper 10 years later, you come back and you're like, wow, everything on my list came to pass. That's crazy. I didn't even think about it. Case in point, don't think about it. Be about it. Walk in it and let it be. Let it happen. Flow into that thing. Okay? Don't worry about how. When you get into the vehicle, do you wonder how they built the transmission? Absolutely not. Do you wonder how the engine is getting ready to start when you put the key into the ignition or you push that button? No, you do not. You allow for the process to be. You trust it and you flow. So this is what the divine did with us and what we will come to understand, and we'll talk about that more later. So because we want to talk about the playing of this card, I'm trying to get you guys out of certain mindset because we talk about this flowing of the card, because that's like game time. You feel me? So when that flow is taking place and it is going and you are enjoying life and doing life how God created for you to do it, it's an amazing, wonderful thing. And you will be surprised of the communities that you connect with. But some of you are called to step into certain realms that you are afraid of doing for fear of what others will say. And you cannot be worried nor concerned, because what we're doing, we are that vision that's on the sheet of paper, one in your life. This is God's vision. We are God's vision. God painted a picture of the end goal of humankind. And then you got somebody, imagine somebody coming and taking your sheet of paper. You know, one of the great things is that when you vision something, it's in your mind. No one can come and take that. It's protected, right? Because it was in your mind. That's like a shield. I walk into my room in my mind every day and I vision, I picture that there are visions on nice canvases. It's my vision room. And I go there and I feel what I want to feel. And I be what I want to be. And if when things come up in my life, I may, I channel there and I go there. That's how I've lived my life. So the divine, imagine someone in the physical realm decided to come along and say, you know what, I don't even like this because I'm going to make sure that I'm going to have some control over here of these people and they're not going to know the truth of themselves. Imagine that. Okay. So now it's called beep. So we've been gaslit as a community, as a collective. And so isn't God so immaculate? Just allowing for things to happen. So we'll understand more and more. We'll understand about the spirit realm and the teams, which is why we've got Prince, my new BFF, right? There are so many things that we don't understand. I've been slapped upside the head by an angel. Okay? Or maybe it was one of my ancestors. I don't know. Slapped the fool out of me. Saved my life, though. Saved my life. Nobody was in the house but me, but slapped the fool out of me. Ears were ringing. Face was stinging. I was just running because it said, get up, go to the room and shut the door. That didn't have a lock on it. I said for the angels to protect it, make it seem like it had a lock on it. And it did do that. So we have to understand there's more for us to learn and understand and connect with. So now back to the lecture at hand with these cards. Now let me tell you something. There's fun with it. Whether you pick up a book and say, Lord, guide me. What am I reading today? And you happen to stumble on the page that is perfect. Or you go into the Bible and you flip. And then there goes that scripture. God, I need a word today. And there it is. Or on the YouTube channel and you say, God, which one? And God says, go to Joel Osteen. I want you to go to the video section and go 13 videos down. I mean, it's all the same things. So when you get someone who is anointed in this area, because there are people that are anointed in this area of energy, They're beyond the this and that. This is how you do it and worried about what somebody said. They are living in their authenticity and they are focused on the energy. These people will get these cards and they will tell you, don't you sit up and look at these cards all the time and be watching, and you can get into a whole thing and all you're doing is sitting there watching videos because they're very much on a prophetic level. Not everything applies to everybody. Everybody that's reading something is not going to be your read, okay? If you don't understand, you have to be guided. You need to be following the spirit even as you listen and are guided to something to listen to. There are so many different dynamics. I'm actually going to put a show together with a few of them that I have trusted. They don't even know that I've been watching because I never comment, and I've been guided that way and paying attention in that form, and that's what I've been doing. So, and with that said, and it's like the game. So, we're going to start having game night with the spirit realm. Game night with the spirit realm, where you're following your energy. The energy is actually calling forth whatever it's calling forth. And whatever it is for you, then it is for you. The reason that I go through these explanations is not to try to justify it or to make it more palatable for you. I am following the spirit, and I am also being very intentional about this because as a leader, it is very important that we at least cover the bullet points and we go through it. And I do have empathy because I come from a place of indoctrination. I mean, I was sedated, okay? Don't tell me. You couldn't tell me anything. As a matter of fact, everything that I know in this realm, I've always been guided. No man or woman could have told me anything, and I changed my perspective on religion and especially on a dang on card. Now look at here. So this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna close it out with this, y'all. We're gonna close it out, and I'm gonna pull a couple of cards, and pull it. I'm going to whatever is the word that the spirit wants me to use for today. That's what we're gonna do, and later on I'm going to start doing a game night, and we're going to have some fun, and there's no rules. I'm not going to follow a rule. I'm going to follow how the spirit guides me. It may be just a word from God. God may say, pick up a book. God may say, pick up a Bible. God may say, pick up something else, something that is wonderful. God may have given me a poem that we're going to read off of. Whatever it is game night, and I'm going to pull a card. We're going to play cards. But this is what I want you to understand. The difference between these cards and Unos is that these cards are cards that people are using, and they are following the spirit and being guided energetically, and that's what they're doing. But I know that there are some people out there that are using that in the wrong way, just like some ministers go out there and they doing it for the wrong reasons. They're walking around shape-shifting, looking like they some ministers for real, when in fact they came on board for a check, okay? They came on board for a check. They don't want to lose their members. Some of them, I ran across one I ran across somebody once who had a big congregation, and he was at one of my seminars. We were talking, and I was telling him about consciousness, and I was very shocked when he said that he knew. And I'm like, how do you know that? What do you mean? You are like straight up hell damnation. What are we talking about here? But that's what he was. And he said, his reply was, we don't want to get into that. You end up losing the people and losing your check. You know what I'm saying? So rather than for the people to be free, I'm going to keep you bound, even though I know what I know. See, that's called a spiritual abortionist. Okay. That's what that's called. That's called a spiritual abortionist. Check it out. Pregnant in the Spirit, How to Birth a Life of True Purpose. Don't forget to check out the Happiness Collection. That's right. Yes, baby. April 8th, the whole collection. The collection is releasing, and I'm very excited about it, okay? It is the Holy Grail. Yeah, baby. The golden key to the new earth, and it unlocks the door to a lot of things that we have not known for so long. All right, for centuries. And God is very excited about it. So first, what I'm going to do, I've been like doing this. And so pulling, I want to say, I'm going to just say a couple people's names that I'm going to say very quickly. They just had some really good ones. I love Mermaid Prophetess 222. Very good one, Mermaid Prophetess. Also, Shavi Zane, I've already said her. Shout out to her. What is it? Lynn's Terrell. He's another one really good. Yeah, these are some that I trust, and I know that Linda likes tarot. Listen, there's another thing I want to say. Tomato. In the authentic world, people use profanity. A lot of people do. You have some people. I like Mermaid. Prophetess 222. You know, she tries to be nice, so she'll say the F. She'll just use the letter in place of it. Sometimes I will too. One of the things that the divine told me, ask me, how do you think Snoop Dogg and Cardi B made it? I was very surprised because I was wrestling with the idea that it seemed like the closer I got to God, the more I cursed. I couldn't understand, what are we doing here? But then it was very obvious, it's like God said, I didn't make those words up, y'all did. I don't have a problem with it. That's what you guys did. What are we talking about? Okay. So one day I'm gonna get some of our wonderful people that it's about 20 of them, 25 of them that I really do like. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Intuitive Kev, Spirit just gave you a shout out. Intuitive Kev. Okay. Try him. He is good. Sweetheart. He's good too. Okay. So, and then we're going to look these up. Okay. So the first one here we have, all right. I don't know what this is. This message is for somebody. All right, so we have the number 1, Ace of Swords. And we have the number 2, we have Dominion. And it's Wands. Okay, so I don't know all about these cards. Okay, I don't know, but we're going to find out. Okay, we're going to find out together what it is actually. Guys, excuse the noise in the background. I'm not here alone right now. So there you go. So here we go. Let's see. Let's see what else we have to go with this. And like when I say I follow the spirit with it, I do. I follow the spirit with it because I don't know. I don't follow any kind of rule with it. I'm gonna pull it out and then okay, so spirit told me to pull out 10. So I'm gonna pull 10 out, right? And then we're gonna put it in order, and then it's gonna flow. Whatever it's gonna do, it's gonna flow, and it's gonna be a message for somebody. That's what I know. If you don't know, now you know, baby. All right, so 2 off top is what I'm guided, and 1 off the bottom. Okay, so like I said, there's between Uno. You don't have to think about it. You just follow the little game, and you're not inspired when you leave. You just either won or you lost. you either won or lost the darn game. That's it. Period. Flat out. So, but you have to flip. So it's a difference between playing energetically or not playing energetically. And oh wow, Tuki is another one. Tookie. Oh, she is really powerful, that little girl. I mean, Lord forgive me, I don't know if she's a little girl or not. She might be. People look young. You'd be surprised how old I am. Look at me. You be surprised, baby. Don't you worry about it. I'm gonna be here at least to 119. Yeah. And that's because I want to. I told you I came here specifically. I'm an ascended master. I am not old. I'm not new. Okay. I've been here before you were even thought of. I was created in the galaxies at the same time of the divine. You understand? So I know it doesn't look like how you thought it was gonna look. But it is what it is. What you gonna say? I can't wait for you guys while we're doing this. I can't wait for you guys to, to get on the show. Prince. Oh my God. And don't forget the celebration, the birthday celebration that we're doing for Aretha Franklin with Clarence Waldron and Michael J. Powell. Michael J. Powell was her producer, and Clarence Waldron, also, you guys know him from Jet Magazine. He was a journalist there, very prominent journalist there. Oh, put that one back. Okay, wow, okay. Journalist there, and then also he was her PR, okay? And he was instrumental in her life. You know, she has a asteroid named after her, our queen. Isn't it wonderful? So, Spirit said do 10, 2, 3, or 5. Okay. I'm following. I'm just following. I'm just following. So this is like, we're going to call it like the card game with the spirit world. Okay. That's what we're going to have. We're going to have game night. Okay. Because how do you else you think? I mean, I've got, and then I'll share some celestial because that's really fun. You know, oh my God, you'll see it on the Prince. I'm saving it. I have chills. You guys, I mean, I'm going to say, don't watch it if you are real, like freaked out by, some people get freaked out by an orb, don't, you might not want to watch this because, honey, I'm going to show you some stuff that you can't, honey, Ray Charles could have seen that stuff, honey. We got animals, items, all kind of stuff happening up in the sky. I'll never look at the clouds the same. Get in my life, honey. Ever again. Ever. Never again. Okay. All right. Following. We've got 2 more and on the top. Okay. So one more. All right. So now we go with the flow. Okay. So here's what we have. Let me put my glasses back on so we can do this. I hope I have enough room on my thing. And I do. Let's just pick them all up. Okay. We're going to pick them all up. This is like having, you have your little thing. Okay, so this is what we have. So this is what the spirit pulled out for us. All right, so we've got boom, boom. Numbers are very important and significant. Here we got 6 and a 1. They got, that's a sword. A lot of swords here. All right. Look at these called the trumps. Art and the Empress. All right. Okay. How we doing? Okay, Spirit say we're gonna take them all upright. In these card games, you got upright, you got reverse. Okay. There's the basic rules of the game, rules of the cards, and then however the cards flow, just let them flow. Sometimes people just let them all flow out, and there you go. I have some really people. They are really the ones that the Spirit guided me to. Honestly, they are so anointed. They are anointed. They are anointed. And hey, look, if they say curse words, so what? You be cursing anyway. Right? Some of you do and some of you don't. That's your business. Whatever it is, you be truly you. Don't worry about what somebody say, how they say it. None of that stuff. It's nobody business, okay? When they say, you don't know like I know, that comes to me. What he's done for me. You don't know like I know what he's done for me. You don't know like I know what he's done for me. I said he saved my soul and he made me whole. All right. Look at that. All right. So we got wands and then the disc. I don't know. But okay. So listen, all right. So we've got 10. 7, 7, 6, 8. Okay. What is that? Oh, Roman noodle 2. Roman noodle 2 and 3. We got priestess. We got the priestess and the empress in the trump card, and we have art. I don't know. I think I'm reading me this. This is somebody. And then we have the princess of disco. Oh wow. Okay. We got a lot of some great things going on. So we're gonna read about stuff because I do not know. Okay, so we've got in terms of numbers. Oh wow. There we go. Look at that. Okay. 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 Oh, here we go. We got 6, 6. We've got 8, 8. And we've got 8 here. So we've got 2 and an 8, which is, all right, so Spirit, Dominion and Pleasure. So we've got 2 of Wands and 6 of Cups. And here's another, oh, this is what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Okay, and then we have another 8 here. We have 7 of Cups and an Ace of Swords. Wow. Okay. I have no idea, but I know this is an 8. This is an 8. And we've got 6 side by side, which, all right. And then there's a 1, and it's swiftness. Ooh. Oh. All right. So we got 8, 8, 8 actually here. And then we've got 6 and an 8, which is actually 3 and 4, or 3 and 2, which is 5, which is quickly. Something is coming real fast for somebody. Something's really fast. So we've got 2, 3, and this Roman numeral error. We got 15, and there's another 6. All right. 2, 3, and we've got another 5. All right. Because this is actually 5. So we're going to put this right here. Right, Holy Spirit? Okay, so we got, yep, 5. That's 6 and that 8 is 14, which is 12, which is 3. 3 and 5, and then we've got, all right. In that order is how I'm about to do it. Okay, so I'm going to move this, and then we're going to find out how y'all doing. How you doing? All right, hope you guys enjoying the music in the background. I love my little African music, and I found some free royalty, so I take advantage of the free royalty. Okay, so let's see. Like I said, I don't know. But while we're doing this, so this is what I have. Okay. We got the priestess. These two together. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Welcome to game night. We done switched and flipped the script. We didn't have our education. Now it's time to have some fun. Guys, it's time. Y'all need to have some fun. Stop playing with me. Okay. Okay, and we've got, science and swiftness. That means something was done very with some great craft. Okay. Y'all see that? And that's the 6 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. Swiftness. Okay. We're going to look all this stuff up. I'm going to look up the combinations too, how the Spirit has me putting it in whatever order. Oh. Okay. Oh, 7, 8, 7, 8. Oh, look at that. I'm telling you, like Uno. That's how I be doing it. Look at that. Okay. See the numbers there? 7, 8. And that one is 8, too. All right. So you got 8, 8 there. Okay. So I'm going to look these up in combination forms. That's how I'm guided to do tonight. That's what we're going to do. Okay. It's Friday night. And you just got home from church. If we multiply this 6 and 8, it'll be 48, right? Right. So, Spirit say that's right. So we're going to take it that way. Okay, so I got to get to it because I don't want to lose us on this 50, y'all. Okay. And then the last two, we got Princess of Disc and Art Trumps. Bam. Bam. Thank you. Bam. Okay, that's what we are. And then later, well, this here, just in case, I have to put the descriptions in there. We're gonna do that. These are the nice little inspirational cards. Let's see what we got. Holy Spirit, what do you have for us? Holy Spirit, what we plan. Thank you, Spirit, for this time of fun. Of playing cards with us. Thank you. Take the one in the middle. Oh, look at that. Courage. Another purple. Okay, so Spirit says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. And the other one is judgment. And I got to do one more. Judgment. And this one, why did I do that so dark? Okay, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Okay, and that's judgment. Okay, and then I'm urged to take another one, and that's freedom. Oh, wow. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Okay, there we go. Okay, Lord. One more. Right off the top, Spirit says that. Yep, this top. Okay, no, right here. Peace. Look at that. Look at that. It's called the word. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Isn't that wonderful? So we've got this here in terms of our affirmations today. On game night, doing a different way. Yeah. You got to be careful. As I talk to people about this, dealing with spiritual readers, I've seen, honey, I am, and you, once you know somebody, it doesn't mean you listen to everything that they have, because you're allowing for things to enter your domain. We are energy. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. That is what it is. I want you to check out the Clarissa Show, theclarissashow.com, theclarissashow.com. Check it out. Don't forget it. I'm telling you, that is a prolific, dramatic podcast, one series. Clarissa discovering her evolution. Okay, so let's see here. The first one. Here we go. The first time we made love. It wasn't love at all. Yeah. So, that's what Divine be saying. Y'all, it wasn't even love. I'm sorry. Like, y'all didn't know me. Y'all don't know me like that. That's what Spirit was saying. Y'all didn't even know. You ain't know. Start from the bottom. Okay. So you gotta follow this. It's like in this game, you follow the Spirit. Like, if the Spirit tell you to put it down, man. That's what it is. So I was getting ready to start from another way, but Spirit is saying, start from this way. So we're gonna start with this one here, and this is 15 trumps. Okay. So I'm gonna Google. So oh, shoot. It'll be nice if we do it like that, if we do it like this. Do it like that, if we do it like what. Yeah, baby. Okay, so, all right, so, perfect. All right, so we've got, what is this? Art. Okay, I just do meaning because I'm telling you, I don't know. Art. Trump card. Okay. It is in the context of the Thoth Tarot deck. The Art Trump card, also known as Temperance in other decks, signifies, look at that, balance, harmony, and the integration of opposing forces, encouraging a period of self-evaluation and seeking a higher purpose. Wow. You see that? All right. We're going to do it separately, and then we're going to do it individually. Okay? That's what this is. Over. All right, so here we've got the symbolism, the meaning, balance, and harmony, integration of opposites, self-evaluation, transition and change, and creativity and expression. All right, so that's temperance for Art Trumps. This is the Thoth tarot card deck. Okay, so now the other one is... And you've got people who are in this realm, in the spiritual realm, which you really have to be careful of, and beware of, are those who like, yes, they are tapping into the psyche. They understand that they have this ability, but then they're using it in a form that is negative. They're using it to abuse people. They're using it to cast spells and illusions. Well, not cards to do it, but they will, someone, people can go and get readings and do different things, and then when they do, you have somebody who is being manipulative and lying to the person about what's coming out. That's why it's important to study the show thyself approve. That's why it's important for you to be divinely guided yourself. Understand, if somebody has not done the work, they are not in it. This is not something that you rehearse. I've never rehearsed it. Don't rehearse it. Never do. That's not what you do. What you do is you allow yourself to be guided. Spirit not leading you there, don't go there. You understand? Stay tuned. I'm gonna do a series actually on a show with Dr. There were some questions that were asked on the Lewis Howes. I love him, Lewis Howes show. And it was interesting to hear the questions that he was asking in terms of abundance, in terms of that, and the questions, how the questions were being answered. They weren't being answered because there are so many people. We are so caught up as a collective. The collective, I'm not going to say me, I'm not a part of that, that idea, that theory, in terms of abundance, but humankind as a whole has adopted the approach of life to be towards the sensation of abundance in the way of financial freedom. And even in church, the same thing. Some people are just, they have faith because they have faith that God is going to help them. They're in the illusion that God has shielded them from any type of anything because Jesus paid the price. Well, no, Hashua HaMashiach was showing you how it's done. This is how you do it. I'm going to show you how to live down here and make it happen. And then this is something that you can come into as that's a part of your freedom. That's what that is all about, actually. So this one here, the Princess of Disc, it says, the Princess of Disc is warm-hearted, sensual, and generous, an unwavering and concentrated person with all the reliable stability of the earth. So this person here you have, I should have kept that. I should bring up different pages. Okay, so this person here is a person that is warm-hearted. Let's do both. What both of them mean together as a collaboration, because those are that's how I'm being guided to do it right now. So this is the Art Trumps. Art Trumps. Meaning, take what resonates, spit out what doesn't, baby. That's how you do it, girl. Come on, let's do it. Okay, okay, this suggests a time of creative expression, growth, and finding beauty in the mundane, while also emphasizing the importance of patience and groundedness. So who out there, you're working, but you're not being grounded. So the Princess of Disc, this card embodies earth energy, representing practicality, groundedness, and a nurturing nature. She is a caretaker of growing things, a protector, and a nurturer, often associated with motherhood and new beginnings. And then you have this card, depending on the specific deck, often symbolizes creativity, inspiration, hope, and a connection to the divine or higher self. It can also represent the ability to find beauty in the ordinary and to express oneself creatively. I'm telling you, I don't know. I can relate. I resonate with this. It's interesting because in card reading that I also learned they tell you that they read the highest energy in the room. I don't know. This might be a little difficult because, yeah. So the next one combination we've got is 2 and 3. I like that number 23. 23, 23, which is the number 5, which is fast. Something is coming very fast. So let's put this together because all this came out. And this is the priestess and the empress. Okay, so this is a combination. It's a heck of a combination too. All right, so here we have how you guys doing now? Hey, hey, hey. All right, let's see. Oh no, wrong way, wrong way. All right, so now we're gonna look up the priestess and the empress together. Okay. There we go. All right. So now we've got, what did I do? All right. So in one particular traditional, there we go. That's what I like. Okay. So this combination, the combination of the high priestess and the empress is a powerful blend of intuition, wisdom, and nurturing energy. This combination suggests that it is time to trust your instincts and connect with your inner guidance, allowing yourself to be guided by your intuition even when it seems to defy logic. The high priestess encourages introspection and self-reflection, while the empress encourages nurturing and abundance. This combination suggests a need to connect with the natural world, recognizing the interconnectedness of all life and the cycles of growth and change. It is a reminder to nurture ourselves and those around us, creating a space of safety and support where we can thrive. Okay, so get out there, get grounded. You'll be surprised. Okay, and start trusting yourself. Trust your intuition. Don't worry about what other people are thinking. Okay, who cares? Okay. In a reading, the high priestess and the empress combination can be a sign of a new beginning. So congratulations and growth, both physical and spiritual. It suggests that now is the time to connect with your intuition and trust the guidance that comes from within. Okay, this combination speaks to a deep sense of self-awareness and encourages personal growth and development. Overall, the high priestess and the empress is a powerful and transformative combination that offers a message of guidance, growth, and abundance. Amen. Okay, isn't that wonderful? Oh my God, congratulations. Congratulations to you. All right, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about now. Okay, now I've got it. Okay, I had to put it in another kind of way. Spirit say told me to put all the sixes together. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, that's what we're getting ready to do now. Okay, that's 8 and that's 10. Put an 8 and a 10 on it. All right, so we're going to do, okay, so now this one here, that's how the Spirit wants me to do this combination. Okay, so let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Come on. Lord have mercy. You know, Divine is completely romantic. You know that, right? Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to like tune into this show with Prince. It's gonna be epic. Literally epic. Literally. Epic, epic, epic. Even told me about, I didn't know that Lenny Kravitz and Prince were like really good friends. I didn't know that. And Prince told me to look it up, and I did. And there you had. That's what I had. Okay. All right. So let's see. So look, we're gonna do Six of Swords and Six of Cups. Meaning. See, some of these cards, though, they'll have like books with them, and some of them, not all of them look like this. They may have actually what it means on it. So when you're playing, you can pick and choose. I'm going to be buying a couple of decks myself, but yeah, they're cool. So anyways, nice to have some fun with it. It's not good to be doing stuff like reading other people and all that kind of stuff, and you don't have the authority to do so. Don't do that. You just, certain lines you do not cross in this game, in this realm, period. It's about becoming more conscious of who we are and how we need to handle ourselves in this world here. Okay, so that we can win the game of life. Let's talk about winning the game of life. All right, so the combination of the six of cups and six of swords. When the six of cups, all right, when the six of cups and six of swords appear together in a tarot reading, their combined meaning points to a period of emotional healing and transformation. Wow, who is that out there? Who are you out there going through some healing? All right. It says this card combination represents a time of letting go of negative memories from the past and moving forward towards a brighter future. The Six of Cups may indicate a need to reconcile with someone from the past or to confront unresolved childhood issues. In contrast, the Six of Swords represents a willingness to make changes and seek out new opportunities for growth and development. Overall, the combination of Six of Cups and Six of Swords encourages individuals to face the past, confront their emotions, and embrace change positively. This card combination represents a time of growth, healing, and transformation. So it is essential to approach it with an open mind and a willingness to let go of past pain and negativity. Amen. Amen. You hear that? You hear that? You hear that? Time to let go so that you can grow. So that's the message for somebody right there, right? So we've got a couple more that the Spirit has for us here. Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh my God. Shut up now. Shut up now. We got a 9 and a 9. I didn't even see that, guys. Out of all the ways that I put these numbers, I did not see that it was a double 9. All right, 9 means new birth. Let's see what happens. So this is, remember, we're going with the flow. So I don't know what the rules of the card is, honey. We're just going with the flow. However, we're pulling it. That's what we're pulling. That's the message that it is supposed. Look at that. But this says Ace of Swords and then swiftness right here. Let's see what it has here. Oh, wow. I didn't even notice that. That's weird. That's just weird. But I'm so excited. I love this. I love this. Because I've always been pulling cards. That's just a little girl. Like I said, I've been doing this forever. Okay, so Ace of Swords. Let's see. I'm excited to see what is it gonna say. Ace of Swords and Eight of Wands. Combination. A perfect combination. You and me. A perfect combination. Hey, can't you see? A perfect combination. And also, I'm reading this on astrology.com. That's where I'm getting my combination reading from, astrology.com. We'll talk about that. I have to say something about that too. But we're gonna let's finish this. We've got this one and then one more set, and then I need to talk to you guys about the whole. We're gonna do it very quickly. I'm gonna give a breakdown, and we'll talk about it further in other videos. Okay. Okay, Eight of Wands and Ace of Swords combined. When the Eight of Wands and Ace of Swords appear together in a tarot reading, it signifies a time of rapid progress and growth stemming from intellectual and creative pursuits. Who are you out there getting it done? Getting it done. Doo-doo. The cards suggest that you will make quick progress towards your goal with a clear, focused mind. The Ace of Swords cuts through any obstacles that may have been hindering your progress, allowing for swift momentum and progress towards new beginnings. The Eight of Wands signals a time of movement and forward action, so expect to make positive and life-changing moves towards your goals and aspirations. In combination, these cards indicate that your hard work and dedication have paid off and success is within reach. Do not be afraid to take risks or make difficult decisions, as the outcome will be in your favor. Trust in your abilities and remain focused on your goals, and you will achieve success beyond your wildest dreams. Yay! Wow, let's see. I don't want this thing to stop. I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. Okay. Ace of Swords represents a new beginning or fresh start. It often symbolizes the power of the mind and the ability to see things clearly. The sword in the card cuts away the barriers that have been holding back progress, enabling new opportunities and growth. This card is associated with the element of air, which is related to intellect, communication, and thought. The Ace of Swords indicates that mental clarity, focus, and determination are needed to succeed in your pursuits. It also suggests that you may need to make difficult decisions, but this will ultimately lead to positive new beginnings. All right? Some of you are being called to walk away. Walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away. Eight of Wands is known as a card of action, transformation, and movement. The card is depicted with 8 wands flying through the air, indicating rapid progress and movement towards a goal. It represents a time of positive change and growth, as well as the need for forward movement and taking action. This tarot card is associated with the element of fire, which is associated with passion, inspiration, and creativity. The 8 of Wands suggests that success is within reach, but it requires focus and dedication to bring it into fruition. All right? Focus and dedication. So whoever you're working on something, and I'm going to tell you, you more than can do it, baby. You got this. You're going to make it happen. It's already done. What are we talking about here? Okay? What are we talking about here? I can see clearly now. All right? So then we have here to sum it up. We're going to sum it up with this wonderful situation here. We have 7 of Cups and 2 of Wands. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we've got. And as I'm looking this up, when you are looking at astrology, I remember I was told that it was really bad, like everything was bad, but that particularly was really bad and I didn't understand it. So one day I remember there was a book they were passing around at the office. They were passing around at the office, and I checked it out. I wanted to read it because people were like in awe about the explanations of who they were and all this kind of stuff. So I wanted to see what it had to say about me. What you talking about? Right? So when I did, I was very surprised, and I had some questions for God. We'll talk about that when I'm done talking about this. The 7 of Cups and the 2 of Wands. Okay. When these 2 cards appear together in a reading, they suggest that you're at a crossroads in your life. You have a vision for your future and you're ready to take the next step, but you're also faced with a number of choices and unclear paths. The 2 of Wands encourages you to embrace your vision and take bold steps towards your goals, while the 7 of Cups asks you to evaluate your options and make a decision based on reality and practicality. The 2 of Wands and 7 of Cups combination highlights the importance of balancing your dreams with practical considerations. You may need to make compromises or sacrifices in order to achieve your goals, but it's important to do so with a clear understanding of the consequences. This combination also warns against getting caught up in illusions or wishful thinking, as this may lead you astray. Overall, the 2 of Wands and 7 of Cups combination is a message to trust in yourself and your ability to make the right decisions, while also being mindful of the practical realities of your situation. By balancing your vision with careful consideration, you can achieve your goals and move forward towards a brighter future. All right now, y'all. All right now, y'all. All right now, y'all. Okay, well, okay, so pull one more card. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pull one more, and that's for that part, and then we're gonna get a word from. Uh, okay. I said I don't have to do that. Okay. So we not. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it. Look, take what resonates, and what they say, leave the rest that doesn't. All right. So, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I think that's gonna be like for a minute. It's gonna be the live because some new cards coming in. Yeah, I do. Yeah, and I think you guys are gonna like them. On our fun night because we're gonna have game night. We're gonna have game night, and I'm gonna. Yeah, we're gonna have game night. We're gonna have some game night. We're gonna play with the spirit. We're gonna play with the spirit realm, girl. We're gonna put it out. Before then, though, we're gonna have our show, our celebration, celestial event with Prince. That's the show on the True Purpose Development Show, and also we're gonna have the celebration, the birthday celebration for Aretha Franklin, which I think is really awesome. Like I said, is going to be Clarence Waldron and also Michael J. Powell, her producer. That was her producer, and also Clarence Waldron was her PR. And they both were super instrumental in her life. And okay, spiritually take both of these, super instrumental in her life. And hey, they were a great influence. Okay. Oh wow. I'm looking at it, I'm like, what? Like, are you serious? Okay, this one is 10 and it's 10 of swords. And this one here is the 4 of trumps, the emperor. Uh-oh. What do we got? What do we have here? What do we have here? Let's see what we doing, what we working with. Okay, okay. So the spirit, I thought I was done. Spirit was like, pull another one. So we did. This is what we did. So let's see what we here. And yeah, do it as a combination. Perfect combination. Okay. Hey, I hope you guys are having fun. And for trumps. Okay. Combination. Okay. Oh, I'm interested. I just want to see because I was just like kind of confused. It was like, we had wonderful combinations and readings here. Okay, well, hey. All right. So, and it's so short. It says, when taken together, the 4 of Wands and 10 of Sword tarot card combination can signal that while there may be times of celebration and happiness, there are still significant obstacles that need to be overcome. Often it is warning that happy times may not last forever and that endings are imminent. The combination of these 2 cards can indicate a bittersweet moment in life where you have to deal with both the good and the bad. It is what it is. That's why I said good and the bad. On a more positive note, the 4 of Wands and the 10 combination can mean that even in times of crisis, there is still something to look forward to. The 4 of Wands symbolizes community and support, and with the 10 of Swords, it can indicate that you have people around you who love and care for you. It is a reminder that despite the challenges, there is still hope and the possibility of renewal. And I can really speak to the fact that when I listen, the 4 of Wands 10 can also interpret in a negative way. When those 2 cards come together, it can signify a significant pain or loss. And while the 4 of Wands announces an upcoming celebration, the 10 of Swords suggests that someone may have died. And the event, it is a farewell of sorts. It can also denote betrayal. And in this case, the celebration may be a facet to cover up deeper issues. Holy Spirit. So one thing I will tell you, I think it also means, not also, because it's to go with that. It's called balance. It's called balance. Don't be ignorant to the devices and forces with you. And the more you get, the more abundantly your life becomes, the more enriched you are, the more challenges you're going to have. Okay. I mean, challenges in terms of the more people are going to just not like you just because. They're going to send negative. And as we talk about the spirit realm and all of these things, like I was talking about spiritual warfare, there are a lot of things that go on in spirit realm. You have a lot of people that are doing divination, witchcraft, and all that kind of doing it in a very, when I say witchcraft in an evil way, believe it or not, which I never knew that there was witchcraft that is it's tomato. We'll have to talk about that later. I want to bring some people on the show that can really enlighten us of quite a few things. But whoever you are, you're nurturing. You're amazing. You are absolutely amazing, and you're loving, and you've been working on something. You've been putting your hard work into it. You've been creative. You've been committed and dedicated. And you have had to respond to betrayal. You have had to respond to divination, people trying to put curses and hexes and texes and all kind of stuff on you. You've had to fight for your life. Even though it has looked like you've been alone, you've not been alone. You've been so not alone. But the divine has been rolling with you. The spirit team has been rolling with you. See, when God said that we can do whatever we want, that was literal. Okay, so in this whole process and scheme of life, we have our spirit team, the angelic realm. We have our ancestors that are continuing standing in the gap for us on the other side. All of that is real. And what is so important is for us to understand that although we may be loving, you may be kind, and it may be all that, there are some people that weren't meant to see you. You were their karma. They weren't meant to see you. No, they weren't meant to see who you were so that they can go through what they have to go through and heal. You were the grace that was sent to them in their life. And that's just real. And it's okay. Everybody gonna be all right. Don't you be mad at them. And based on what we've just read, I don't believe that you are. You're a wonderful soul. Loving. You've been guided. Sometimes you've wondered, why in the world are you still there? Why did you stay there? But you've had to stay there. You've been guided. You're not crazy. You were guided to stay there. You were guided to stay there so that you can be in the position that you need to be in, until which time it was for you to move and make the move that the divine wants you to make. Not everybody is a generational curse breaker. Not everybody is that type of pioneer for a bloodline. But those who are generational curse breakers, you will be called to stay in lanes that you wish to God you could get out of at a certain time sometimes. And you are admonished to just stay. Because you are that tool that the divine source energy, your spirit team is needing, that your soul needs for you to remain, so that the lesson that needs to be learned, so the thing that needs to be gotten gets gotten. And it's up to you. You're the one that was chosen for that mission. So you're not crazy. You are right, baby. You're right where you're supposed to be. And in that place, know that you will be protected. However it comes out. If you know what I'm talking about. You are divinely protected. Stay the course and follow the divine. I'm not telling anybody to stay in a situation that's to cost your life. I am saying to follow as you are guided. That's what I'm saying. There are certain things that as leaders we go through. You are a leader. The leader's journey is not easy, but it's the best thing ever. And as a leader, you have peace within your call, because you know that you are right in the position that you are chosen for. And I congratulate you for standing up and taking your call. Congratulations, baby. Perfect combination. Your soul is happy. Don't worry about what the naysayers say. Thank them for everything, because everything that they're doing, I want you to feel empowered to transmute all of that negative energy into what it should be for you and for those you are here to heal, and here and on the other side. Not crazy. Wait till you hear Prince. Oh my God, this is so amazing. I had no idea. I had absolutely no clue about none of the stuff that he was saying. I never understood. He was a soldier in the army. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I told God, I choose you. Nothing else. I choose you, God, at the end of the day. And I've chosen God in every lifetime that I've been on this earth. I choose God. So we're going to get over all of this other stuff and all these stipulations and things that have had us bound mentally and physically. We've been very committed to the life and the physical aspects of mankind. But one thing that we will learn, that we will really become more engaged with, is the spirit realm, so that we can bring it back to the forefront, in front of us, the truth of us, which is the divine. I love you guys. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I know we had to be educated, and then we had time to play. But even then, it was a learning, because listen, hey, I just want to bring it in. We're going to have some fun, and there are going to be some game nights. Like, I just want us to have some game nights just to see where it's going to go. Like, where is the spirit going to lead us tonight? What are we doing? Okay, so in the new earth, things flow a whole lot differently, and it's more of the energetic flow, and that's what the cards are. The cards are energy, and it's a meant to be fun and done energetically with good faith, good meaning, not for, it's so important for you to meditate day in and day out, just like the divine said. It's a reason, okay? Because you create more than just entity energies that have arms and legs, baby. You create more than that. You create entity energies that are entities. Some of them are created just by your negative and ill thought. And until it is destroyed and someone actually destroys it, it continues to live. It continues to move about and to do exactly what it was created to do, which was to be of ill. And it not only is that to you and to your body and domain, to the soul that you are housing. Okay, Spirit, say this. Listen, very quickly. Remember this. The soul is you. You are honored. You should be honored. The soul chose you from your bloodline. It connected with you for a reason. And as a result of our ignorance, we've done a lot of damage. It just is what it is. And we have to clean it up. All right? The idea of heaven is here on earth, and it is our responsibility. I know. For some of you, that is hard for you to deal with. But the soul is you. The soul is who you are carrying, if you would. The soul is who you are carrying. The soul aligned with you for a mission, and the idea is for you to connect with the soul via you following your internal map quest, i.e., the Spirit of God that has been planted within this vessel. Don't freak out when somebody says self or higher self. Higher self is another term for soul. Don't be upset when someone talks about God being the pineal gland. Okay, it's like, oh my God, no, you did not say that God is the pineal gland. Okay, so yeah, God's the pineal gland. So it's like this. God said, I leave this up to you. All right. And when God said that, it's like God's vision. It's like, okay, my hands are. It's like you had children. Your children are born. You're not doing the bit for them. When they become adults, they're living their life. Even as children. I mean, it's like up to oneself. Okay. But you're guiding them as parents. You come in as a leader, one to guide them. We're going to get into that, raising a true purpose driven child. What does that mean? What does that look like? Really being guided in that way. And how to let go of the control. Okay. But the soul is who you are carrying. And the soul connected with you because it needs you in the process of its evolution, and which it is listen, you may be here for a long time. You may be here for a short time. It came to fulfill something with you. And when it's done with that, it's like getting out of the taxi. Doo-doo, gotta go. And if it's in all love and peace, then you don't die. Your spirit continues to live, and that is a reality as well. You're not going bye-bye, actually. You're just going to the other side. That happens to be very, very peaceful. Just like Prince said, and I watched in his videos, I've just been so elated because I never knew that Prince was who Prince was. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I just got chills again. Yes, Prince is like so here. Like so here. Like it is so, wow. Okay. Like so real. So real. And shout out to Lenny Kravitz because Prince loved you. Prince love you. I mean, man, I almost said my nigga. I came my ninja. Okay, I almost said that. But Prince loved Lenny Kravitz. Okay, that was his boy. And I could see why. I looked at a couple of the videos after Prince told me this. And for those of you who do not know, in case you came in the video at the end, which I don't know how you can do that, but anyways, I am more connected with the spirit world than I am in the physical. But now I'm balanced. I'm balanced. Definitely balanced. I get with y'all. Okay, I meet you where you are now. Okay, I used to be just completely all love and light in the clouds, and that was that. But anyways, yeah. So just knowing and getting connected with Prince, and he mentioned a couple people. He mentioned Usher. Had me look Usher up, and he called Usher. He said Usher was like a godson to him, if you would. That's what Prince said to me. He said that's how he would consider him. And I'm gonna say this. Sometimes, like I have two godchildren, not three actually. And I'm not gonna say their names here because one, I haven't talked to their mother, but the other one, my baby, Kaylin and also Olivia. I love my godchildren and Jaleese. I love my godchildren, and I may not talk to them a lot because of the person that I am and how I go. And sometimes I come in people's lives for a reason. I'm going where I'm guided, and I come in, touch down, boop, boop, do something, and I'm gone. It's an experience, and I'm gone in many cases. So I understand what that feels like. And I'm not sure if that is how it was with Usher, but I get that it was like that. So just know that Prince love you too, Usher. So anyhow, that is just so adorable. I mean, it's so adorable. And when you guys see the pictures of Prince in the sky, and the things, the demonstration that went on, and how this has all happened and why, I just never knew. I never knew the spiritual connection to Prince, nor why. He's very excited about this. He is so excited about this because this is what Prince lived for. Prince lived for the idea of getting back, of dying and getting back to the other side. And I heard that mentioned in one of the videos, that one of the interviews that he did. I believe it was one with Mel B. I believe it was, no, it wasn't that one that he said that, but that was a good interview. But anyhow, just I'm excited for us to be able to connect with the spirit realm. I've been here so many times. I'm doing a seminar actually on the soul, understanding who you were on a soul genealogically, a soul genealogy level. Thank you for reminding me. Right, the astrology. Listen very quickly. I was taught that astrology was wrong. Okay, mind you, years later, the church ended up having some kind of class. They called it a personality trait class. And I remember talking to somebody in my family who had taken the course. And I was telling them, I said, okay, you took the course, but this person, that person that you put in a box together, those all are of the same astrological sign. Okay. But anyways, don't say it. Don't say the sign, because then it's going to be the devil. But anyway, I'm not talking about it. Just is what it is. Okay. It just is what it is. All love and light. Okay. So when I was working at this particular company in the automotive industry, I remember they were passing this book around, this birthday book around at the office. And it was interesting because this particular birthday book had by day the birthdays, and it gave a description, and it had all these different quarters and this and that. So anyways, people were really enamored about the idea and what information was in there. So I took the book, read it. Let me see what it says about my birthday. So I took it, I read it, and there were certain things I'm like, wow, like was it like a fly on the wall my entire life? Like what the hell, This thing like read my personality down to the T on the day, the birthday. So I'm a scientist. I'm a metaphysician, but I'm also a scientist. Even in school, I was very connected with science, English, and these were my A pluses and my A's and stuff, math and all that. So anyhow, it was really interesting that what was there. So I saw some traits that they had on the side that said that they were the highlights of that particular day. And one of them had a particular characteristic that I did not like. But I had some people would say, you act just like such and such, and you do such and such. And I'm like, no, I don't. No, I don't. I was completely oblivious to it, could not connect with it at all because I didn't want to see that part of me. I couldn't fathom. But then when I read that book and I saw those traits that were sitting off on the side, that one of them stood out because people talked about that particular trait, I denied because I refused to believe that that was a part of me. It caused for me to do some inner work. And I began to say, I was in my 20s at the time, and I said, that's not something that I want. And as far as this house goes, I can do whatever changes I want. It's up to me. If I don't want to have shingles, then I'm not gonna have what they say. If I don't want this to be a colonial anymore, then I'm gonna make it a 4-bedroom. I mean, it's my house, and I'm gonna make it do what it do, right? So anyhow, I decided to work on myself in those areas and make changes in that area. And so then I had a conversation with God back then, and I said, God, if astrology is so wrong. Oh, there's another thing. I checked out my mom's birthday, my sister, and my brother, and I was like, wow, I understood something about my mother, for example. I said, wow, people think that she's doing something and maybe she's local about it, but this is just actually a part of her personality trait. And one thing that I have come to know since then is that personality trait, if you are not conscious, then you are very true to your personality trait. You are very in the 3D, 5D realm, if you would, of life. You are very indoctrinated. You are not living in your connectivity, connectedness as a spirit, the connectedness to the divine source energy, i.e. God. You are not there yet. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? No. Not if I can look at you and tell automatically who you are and connect you to that particular personality trait. It says a lot. It really does. Because our responsibility is responsibility and challenge, and the fun of it is to go beyond that surface, to go beyond the shell. Like I always say, we've been living life as if we have savored enough nut and we have not even cracked the shell. That's pretty interesting, huh? right? You understand a word until you actually look it up, and you don't even know what the hell that word, you realize then you didn't even know what the word meant. So we have to be very cautious of that, and understand that those things are possible. So anyhow, I decided to talk to God about it, and I said, well, if this is so bad, then why was it so on the money? Why? I couldn't understand it. But then I realized that it was okay, because God does everything in divine time, and there's a flow, and there's an ethic, there's a process. Everything is in divine time. So time goes on. I remember walking into my house, and at the time I walked in my house, I had done something that I was completely so pissed off at myself about. So I said, I cannot believe I did that. Why in the heck would I do? I never would have done that. I was so upset with myself. It took me a minute to forgive myself, but not until this happened. Right when I went on and on and on about it, Spirit said, you said you're this or that, right? I won't tell y'all what I'm associated to. Some of y'all not ready. Okay, I don't need nobody putting me in a box energetically. So I'm like, what? Well, God, I thought you said it was okay. I thought you said it wasn't a sin. It wasn't this, it wasn't that. And by the way, there was no sin. Okay, not like how we think. But anyways, it's so much. So anyways, I'm like, what? And then the Spirit said, I am that I am. And I took that as a knowing inside of my gut. I would no longer put myself in a box, label myself with anything. I'm not any religion. I'm not anything, but I am that I am. I am that I am. I'm associated to the astrological sign that I was born under. There's some traits that I love. But I chose that at that moment in time to really focus on the things and the attributes that I wanted to change. And I challenged myself. I challenged myself on wanting to one-up somebody in a conversation. Not even intentionally trying to do it like, oh, I'm better than you, because I didn't think that. But somebody say they went, you know, to Ohio. I'm like, well, I just came back from Africa. Who asked you where you came back from? Who asked you that? This is their time. You know what I'm saying? Let them have their moment. So I had to practice shedding the hell up when it came time for somebody else to have their moment. Nobody wants to hear about what you're doing, this and that. A lot of times the things that infuriate us the most are those things that we are the most of. For example, I remember talking to someone. I was in my office, and this lady came in, and she was, I thank God for this, I thank God for that, I got this, I got that, and everything she think, I thank God, I got this, no, not I thank God. She was like, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that, and and she went on and on and on and on. I mean, it was longer than 30 minutes. It was just on and on and on. Yeah, but I thank God. I'm thinking, girl, you could have kept that. I ain't feel God, none of that. It was none of that. It was all this other stuff. But you know what that awareness and that quickening in my spirit was? It was me being that person on another day. That person that was annoying the hell out of me. Hello. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, baby girl. That was me. And I had to, that was one of the traits. I said, oh, hell no. I won't be that. We're going to change that part of the house that I'm in. We're going to not suppress it, address it. I see you. You cool. Thanks a lot for coming so I could come into a better version of myself. So the soul could be souls like, okay, good. Thank you. And let me roll that little piece off of me right there. You feel me? Soul carrying around baggage from other lifetimes and stuff in the taxi. So like, thanks, man. Okay, we can get that one. Food. That one's out of here. Can we stop off at the trash bin again? You may have 10, 15 things that the soul need to get rid of, but need you to do it in this lifetime. This may be your last lifetime. This may be close to the last lifetime. You may be the runner up and be the one that can go ahead and make the field goal. And let me explain something to you. Just because you don't make every field goal that you intend to make does not mean that you did not win the game. Yeah, you did, baby. Because you did it with good intention. You did it for the purpose of getting the job done. That's what you did it for. Isn't that wonderful? That is so wonderful, to be intentional about your life, to do it with such love and grace and joy. I don't want you guys to forget the happiness collection. The happiness collection is Convos with God. Make it make sense, please. The goal of the soul. Let's do the work. And the transformation workbook. The common ground, breaking down the walls between us. And the goal of the soul is talking about the goal of the soul. What is it? It's not a dove just coming out of a box somewhere. What is the goal of the soul? And the other one is say hello to my new friend, anger. Unveiling the romantic dichotomy between God and love and anger. The convos with God, make it make sense, please. How are we going to do this? It is the holy grail to true happiness, but what is true happiness? The goal is joy. The goal is joy. Happiness is joy, but how do we look at abundance? All of this, we have to redefine the power that we have. We are stepping into that because the divine now has enough people that are woke within the earth and are ready to go taking back the torch of the divine. In the goal of the soul, we're also going to talk about the importance and relevance of understanding who carried your soul in previous lifetimes. That has a lot to do with the evolution of you. Why you do certain things. Why the soul even connected with the DNA that it connected with through you this time. Why? It wasn't just for nothing. Have you ever seen the forest? Do you think that somebody planted all of that's in the forest? No. The forest takes on a life of its own. We go in and discover what has been created within the forest, and then we cut it down. But I'm just saying, that's what we do. This is wonderful. And we're going to have fun doing it. We're going to have fun connecting with our truth, understanding who you truly are, why you do what you do, why you're doing what you're doing is okay. What type of freedom do you really have? How free really are you? What is the point of life? The point of it all. Listen, I love you guys so much. Don't forget. Oh, happy birthday to Aretha Franklin on March 25th. And we will be giving her a celebration night with her two very, very, very close friends. Okay. She's been around too. And then also, there goes Tina. Shout out to Tina Luther, okay? But Prince in the housey. Hey. Don't forget, check it out on the page. Sign up for the class, for the workshop, Goal of the Soul. Visit me online, drprincess-Odilia.com. Don't forget bountifulgroup.com, because we have the wonderful global world peace, true purpose movement transformation tour world coming up on July 17th. It's going to be 17th and the 18th. We're going to be doing it. I just got the 17th and the 18th, but I know it's the 17th. So 17th, 18th. Usually in person, that's what we do. But I guess we're going to be doing this. We're going to take it on because we are talking about the world here. Okay. So listen, I love you guys. All I'm so glad we had this time together. And I hope that we can sing along for me and you and me forever. Good night. Good night, everyone. Happy Friday.